geopolitical influence on gold, and as weekend closure coming, along with also three high impact news coming on CPI as well as PMI. All of this influencing currently gold price, that we can see the market is in a strong pullback on gold from the daily and weekly perspective, which is showing up significant trend on the lower time frame. Now, gold, we can see the previous session was a significant pullback followed by strong breakdown in that market on the lower time frame, that we can see the market is in a trend. To find an entry, we need to wait for a potential break of a structure. What level that we can look at, it will depend on the higher time frame. If we look at the monthly, we can see monthly price action is currently gold from this high. There is a significant drop in this market. Now, from the historical perspective, it's a bull market. We are almost nearing to the end of the month, and we still have one more weeks to go for gold, and that is what I think the price may drop further for a deeper pullback before it potentially bounce off that level, or we might see a monthly close with a long week candle followed by again deeper pullback here. Now, looking at the weekly chart, this market from the weekly, we can see that from the Fibonacci perspective, weekly price action, the market is approaching a 38.2% Fibonacci level here. And as the market didn't reach that 38.2% Fibonacci level, we could see the market to come back here to that level where there is a high area of value. And below this level is where the liquidity, the price already tested this weekly low. And with that weekly support test on gold, the market, what I think that could potentially continue to rise up, or we could see that further deeper pullback to 50%. Now, which one to play out, that we can understand potentially from the daily and lower time frame. Now, daily price action here on gold showing up to be that this is currently in a downtrend. We have seen from here that pretty sharp drop on the daily, back to back 2 days gold has dropped to that key support level followed by this pullback. And there's a very important information that we can look at on the daily is the daily doji here. Now, this daily doji, the green doji, is quite smaller in comparison with the red candles. So that's a signal that the sellers are stronger. That means there is a lot of position being closed here on gold, while the market is driving to that close back below here in that market. So that could bring that price gold back to this swing low here on the daily, which is also the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. And that means that potentially you could see another nearly 2000 pip move back below on gold. Now, looking at the 4-hour chart here on gold, we can see that in this lower time frame, the market is trending, creating this series of lower high in that area. Now, with that series of lower high, gold market from the lower time frame, the price action is showing up to be downside here in that area. Now, that is being said, we're looking at the lower time frame from the 15 minutes perspective on gold. The market is here, it's in a downtrend. The price has crossed that high, drop down here, followed by this pullback, another drop, pullback, and the drop. The market is maintaining this series of lower high and lower low, which is in an downtrending market structure. Current swing low here on gold is here, which is pretty important zone here. Now, the next move that expecting gold to break this structure here, especially retesting this swing low as a resistance or breaking from that structure, as this is 15 minutes time frame that we are looking at the moment here. The market either to test that high or break that resistance could give gold another momentum back below for this potential drop to this support or breaking that low, and that can help us to get another nearly to big move, we could see gold to drop again to nearly 2000 pip back below in that area. This is where we will be looking at potential further entry opportunity on gold. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking to sell with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoyed this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.